2105 We've taken a look at the different ways that Arsenal could line up next season. Our correspondents have looked over Unai Emery's squad and tried to work out how he will set his team up on the opening weekend of the season. Read their thoughts here. Unai Emery, image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 1915 Former Gunners striker John Hartson has claimed that Arsenal's defence is well short of the standard they require next season. He told the Daily Star, defensively, they've not got it right. I'm a fan of Laurent Koscielny, but I could go through a list of 6 or 7 centre-halves who Arsenal have had that for me haven't been good enough or haven't been strong enough in terms of taking Arsenal to the next level. The fullback area, Hector Bellerin, has been an okay player for them over the years, big links to Barcelona. Emery could probably settle for Bellerin at right back. In my opinion, it's central defense. To be a great team, you got to have good defenders. You've got to keep the ball out the back of your net, you've got to have a bit of desire to want to do that, but going forward I don't think they've got a problem. I think they'll cause a lot of problems, score a lot of goals. Arsenal head coach Unai Emery talks to Hector Bellerin during a training session. Image, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images, 1638 Arsenal have rewarded Emile Smith-Rowe for his impressive pre-season displays with a new long-term contract at the Emirates. The midfielder, just 18, has starred under new boss Unai Emery, having been handed a first-team chance on the club's tour of Singapore. Smith-Rowe, born in Croydon, scored a wonderful solo effort against Atletico Madrid before also shining in the 5-1 thumping of Paris Saint-Germain. Read what he had to say after signing the deal. Image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 1250 Gunners correspondent Charles Watts took a look at the Arsenal players who impressed during the club's tour to Singapore, and those that didn't. Read here. Photo by Lionel Ling, Getty Images, 1248. As reported in the Mirror, Sven Mislintat could only muster a laugh when an Arsenal Fan TV contributor quizzed him on whether the Gunners would be signing Ousmane Dembele this transfer window. Troops fired the question at Arsenal's head of recruitment, known colloquially as Diamond Eye due to his knack of discovering unknown stars, during the Gunners' recent tour of Singapore. Mislintat was signing autographs for fans at the time when the YouTube personality asked him if the club would be signing Dembele, or perhaps Leon Bailey. Remaining professional, the German chose not to give a direct answer, and instead took it all in his stride, laughing off the question. Photo by Sean Botterill, Getty Images, 1246. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Frosinone want to sign Lucas Perez on loan. The Arsenal winger has reportedly visited the club's training facility, but a deal could be complicated to complete. 1241 What could Arsenal's starting 11 be for the first game against Manchester City, given the business that has been done since the end of last season? We asked our Arsenal correspondent Charles Watts to name the lineup he expects to see against Guardiola's side, providing everyone is fit and available. Here's what he's gone for, using Emery's preferred 4-2-3-1 formation. Read here. Image, Rosalind Ramon, AFP, Getty Images, 1226. Our Arsenal reporter Charles Watts has reflected on his time in Singapore with the Gunners squad. He takes a closer look at Unai Emery's tactics, assistant Juan Carlos Carcedo's role in the backroom team, and how the new regime appears to have reinvigorated the squad. Read here. Image, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images, 1817 Ramsey to Chelsea would be a dagger to the heart, but with 12 months left on his contract the beads of sweat have started to form. We've taken a look at everything said in relation to a potential move. It's a roller coaster. 1814 Ousmane Dembele and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Image, Christophe Stache, AFP, Getty Images, 1812 Like him or loathe him, Alexis Sanchez was an effective Arsenal player during his time at the Emirates Stadium. Ironically, the Chilean would have suited Emery's high-tempo, pressing football, but alas, it was never meant to be. Image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 1732 Aaron Ramsey is a shock target for Chelsea, according to reports. The Arsenal midfielder has an offer of a new 5-year deal at the Emirates, but that so far remains unsigned. New Chelsea boss Maurizio Sarri is desperate to make changes to his side before the end of the transfer window, with his midfield one of his priorities. Danny Drinkwater is expected to be sold, while Timo Bakayoko is wanted on loan by Sevilla. And with Ramsey still to decide where his future lies, he has become a surprise target for the Blues. Image, David Price, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 13:20 Manchester City's Riyad Mahrez has been given the all-clear to return to training. The Algerian winger was forced off during the first half of Saturday's 3-2 win over Bayern Munich. And the £60 million signing was pictured wearing a protective boot on his left foot upon his return to Manchester, amid fears he could miss the trip to Arsenal on the opening weekend. But City have confirmed that the 27-year-old is ready to continue his preparations for the new season, and is in line to feature against Chelsea in the Community Shield this weekend. Image, Michael Reeves, Getty Images. 12:52 Arsenal have confirmed that goalkeeper Matt Macey has joined Plymouth Argyle on loan for the season. The 23-year-old stopper made 2 first-team appearances last season, against Red Star Belgrade in the UEFA Europa League and Norwich City in the Carabao Cup. In statement, the Gunners wrote, Matt, who joined us from Bristol Rovers 5 seasons ago, moves to the Pilgrims to gain more first-team experience, having already enjoyed loan spells at Accrington Stanley and Luton Town. We would like to wish Matt well this season. 9:42 Chuba Akpom is set for a £2 million move to Greek Super League side PAOK. London-born and Arsenal-bred, the 22-year-old joined the Gunners as a youngster at the age of 6 and worked his way up through the ranks to play in the academy teams and the England youth setup. He spent time on loan at Sint-Truiden in the Belgian second division last season, and it was thought a similar move could again be on the cards, but now it seems a more permanent departure is on the cards. Chuba Akpom of Arsenal celebrates after winning a penalty which led to his side's second goal during the EFL Cup third-round match between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal at City Ground on September 20, 2016 in Nottingham, England. By Sean Botterill, Getty Images. 9:37 He is the latest goalkeeper to be linked to Arsenal, and he's huge. Arsenal already have Bernd Leno, Petr Cech and David Ospina, but the latter two have been linked to moves away of late, meaning there's still a chance the Gunners could be on the lookout for a stopper. Full story. Image, Pete Norton, Getty Images. 9:34 Much has been made of Unai Emery's different way of working, and so far it looks like players have loved it. Bellerin believes that the squad are already adjusting to Emery's new training methods. The Spaniard also believes that the older crop of players and new signings are gelling together nicely too. Read what he has to say below. Full story. Arsenal head coach Unai Emery talks to Hector Bellerin during a training session. Image, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 9:32 The striker will not be playing for Arsenal in the Premier League's opening weekend, but it is not because he's moved away, just yet anyway. While he didn't play during the World Cup, he was part of Gareth Southgate's squad that reached the semi-final, and there's a little while before he returns to London Colney. 9:29 Hello and welcome to another day of Arsenal news. We had plenty of news and rumours yesterday. Take a scroll down to see it all, and there are sure to be plenty more to come today. We'll be providing updates as everything happens. First up, what you may have missed overnight. 17:05 So Arsenal's time in Singapore is over, and we have less than 2 weeks to go until the Premier League begins. Here are some stories to take a look at to temper your excitement. 14:10 Crystal Palace are interested in signing midfielder Maxime Donalons, and although his representatives have refused offers for their client so far, Roma have given permission to the Premier League club to negotiate. The Italian club have even started looking for a replacement, and that's where trouble could brew for Arsenal. The Gunners seem to have slowed their attempts of signing Steven Nzonzi due to his fee, and with interest from Roma emerging, that price seems unlikely to go down. 1300 This winning lark isn't half bad. Great goal from Holding yesterday. 12:28 The first part of pre-season is done and dusted, and there's less than 2 weeks to the new season. who pressed the claim against Atletico and PSG, and who damaged their chances. Our Arsenal correspondent Charles Watts was with the squad every step of the way in Singapore. Here are his winners and losers of the trip. Unai Emery, Image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 11/19. It's been a pre-season full of optimism for Arsenal, and a comprehensive victory of PSG yesterday certainly helped that. There has been a feel-good vibe out in Singapore, and it's been the perfect opportunity for the likes of Mesut Ozil to escape what has been a tough summer. There's plenty you might have missed too, from dancing, to shirt requests and the coin flip with quite the difference. Mesut Ozil celebrates with teammate Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Image, Rosalind Ramon, AFP, Getty Images, 8:54. What a way to finish the club's pre-season tour of Singapore. Arsenal were brilliant against PSG on Saturday, and Unai Emery will have a number of selection headaches ahead of the club's first league game against Man City in 2 weeks. Here are all the talking points from the 5-1 win. Read here. Alexander Lacazette, Image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 8:01. Chelsea are believed to be ready to move for Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey. The Welshman, who will be out of contract come the end of the season, has yet to agree on a new contract at the Emirates. Given the possibility of the Gunners losing the player on a free transfer, the Daily Mail claimed the Blues are monitoring the situation and are preparing to make their move. Aaron Ramsey in action, Image, Thananuwat Srirasant, Getty Images for ICC, 7:49. Barcelona manager Ernesto Valverde has disappointed a number of Arsenal fans after issuing an update on Ousmane Dembele's future. Having failed to hit the heights following his big money move from Borussia Dortmund last summer, it appears that the French international will be remaining at the Nou Camp despite links with Arsenal. Read here to see what Valverde has had to say. Ousmane Dembele, Image, Dan Mullen, Getty Images.